Okay, our initial setup, we have channel 1 connected to V dot. See that? Channel 2 connected to I dot times 10. Both of these are 10x inputs on 50 ohms on your scope. And I'm presently triggering on channel 1. So we turn that up to about 50 volts. And okay, now we're getting a scope trace that shows channel 1 going up and ringing, and no current on channel 2. So channel 1 is your voltage into an open circuit. So let's add in here a shunt. It's just a shorted SMA connector. Put that on out A as our test, and we see the current going through that. You see right there, that's out A. We just got a short piece of coax running to our shunt probe, that like that, so we can see it, and pulse. Okay, so now we see our current here in the green, channel 2, and our voltage, channel 1. See, channel 1 voltage, it's all the way up, so that's the max. And we're gonna go back down to say, watch the pulse go down as we go down in voltage. Well, we don't have enough to trigger, but there you go, and there's our pulse over and over again. Pretty stable. Okay. So here we have our setup. We've turned our gross knob down to 0. We come up to maybe 35 volts. We've got an LED, high brightness LED on out A, and as we click there we can see on channel 1 we have V dot times 10, and we have I dot times 10 on current back here on channel 1 and channel 2. And so if we continue to raise this, you can perhaps see in the video the blinky light get higher. We're at 65 volts, 100 volts, go to 165, 200. At this point, we're clipping on the scope. Up to 350 volts. We don't want to go any more than that. We might blow up our little LED that we're testing with. Okay, here we have the contact AKV IEC gun. If we hit the case, we can reset the device. This is a Linksys Ethernet router. So it's blinking while it boots up, and then it has a status LED that comes on. So if we hit this anywhere on the ground planes or the case, it upsets it. And actually, I don't know if we hit this right here, hit the ground plane right next to it. Alright, let's set the pulsar for 500. Let's see if you can see the light go off. Okay, now we're gonna look around at this RAM chip. This chip here. We're just hitting some various pulses. We're going into that reset button. Let's look into some of the LEDs. Okay, on the main chip, we want to look at the crystal. A couple of pulses there. Right through the middle, of course. Okay. So we hit right over the die, and it reset the router. So let's get right over there and hit it again and verify. Is it right at the edge of it? There it is. It's right there. Hit it again. So that's the point right there. And that narrows it down to that side of that chip. Let's see if there's any other areas. Okay, right here looks like a bad. Yep, I can reset it right there with a single shot. So we've narrowed it down to 2 areas on this BGA. We can see very clearly. Okay, let's try some over here. We can repeatedly hit this. Oh, so essentially this corner and this corner on that Broadcom chip. Again, none of these are damaging. It's just like a normal reset. Right there. Just a soft reset. Very similar to if we take the gun and just hit, if we hit the system here, you can see it generates some glitches. And if we bring it in here and hit the same thing. FCPZAP2 helps you identify and localize ESD susceptibility problems fast.